Cavalry.
Welcome to the Cavalry, everybody. Get your listening hats on. Aaron's got, or Andrew's got his Diet Coke. I just called you Aaron. Nice,
Wait.
nice start.
Yeah. Wait, I want to get back to listening hats. That is fantastic.
Hmm?
We should sell listening hats.
We should. Just like hats you put over your whole head, and they have two holes where the ears are.
These are my listening hats. Yeah, I'm drinking my Diet Coke because you tagged me in an insulting Diet Coke. You want to tell them about it?
Well, sure. I went to McDonald's. My wife's upstairs. I went to McDonald's and I drove off, took a sip of my Coke. It was Diet Coke, and my day's just ruined.
It's horrible.
It's awful.
Slander.
What do you do? I mean, what am I gonna go back? You know?
Some might. You seem like the kind of person who would. You have the time.
I mean, it's not like they put lettuce on my burger. You know, this is just a Diet Coke, but still frustrating.
I realize that I might be in the minority as far as preferring Diet Coke to regular sodas, and I know that I'm addicted. I get it. I was thinking about it the other day, like, you know that there's a joke in a famous joke in what's the Chappelle movie where they smoke weed? I can't even remember now.
Half Baked.
Half Baked. It's a great movie, so funny. And there's Bob Saget has a line in there, a cameo, and there's this thing. And he's going to rehab for weed, and then they all get mad at him because, like, how do you go to rehab? He's like, I suck dick for Coke. You ever suck dick for weed? And I think about that when I say I'm addicted to Diet Coke. I'm like, would I suck dick for a Diet Coke? Like, how long has it been? I don't know.
Would you?
I don't know. It's a debate. But
they sell them at every place.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, Diet Coke is very easy to get. But if you made a world where Diet Coke was, like, restricted to the point of, like, cocaine, like, maybe you'd be in a situation. I don't know.
Oh,
but
okay.
the point is, I recognize I am an addict, but I'm not as bad. My mom and dad are visiting this weekend, and I'm not as bad as an addict as my mom is. My mom is where I got this addiction from, and she came into the house. Here's how bad her problem is. I had because I know when she comes over, I was like, I gotta have Diet Cokes, like, in the house, in the fridge, ready to go, right?
Yeah.
But I have a bunch, and I'm like running behind. We just got back into town, so I just loaded the fridge up with, like, new Diet Cokes, and then they come like 5 minutes after that, and she goes, it's like, oh, of course, she goes right to the fridge. I was like, oh yeah, they have Diet Cokes, but I just put them in there. They're not cold. Do you want a glass of ice? And she goes, nah. And she just drinks a room temperature Diet Coke. I'm like, that is an addiction.
Wait a minute. Yeah, but who is our guest?
Yeah, but even Monica.
Yeah.
Even Monica Nevi, I think, would not drink a room temperature soda. She drank.
I thought that was the whole thing.
Nah, was it? We should go back. Rewind that episode.
Yeah, Benny.
Paula?
Can we run it back?
No, but I can't remember. I thought it was just like water and maybe Bud Light. That's weird
was
too.
it beer?
That's weird too. All right, maybe
I can't. Room temperature Coke. No, I'll pass. Actually, you know what? I feel like when I was little and I wasn't supposed to have them, and I would, like, get them out of the garage, I would drink them room temperature.
Right? Yeah. When you're a kid, sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm not as bad as my mom, is what I'm saying. And my mom it's her fault that I'm addicted to Diet Coke. So
it's genetic.
I'm just throwing that out to start.
Nice.
Also,
nice.
I bought them. Here's a pre-show banter discussion point.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So grocery store, I think I've used this as a topic before because I was like, the Whole Foods rewards program is pathetic. Like, you have to be an Amazon Prime member, which you pay for, and then the rewards are like 2 cents on, like, one item in the store. I mean, it's so insulting. But then the reward programs at, like, the major chain grocery stores also are, like, embarrassing sometimes too, because, like, for instance, just this is what it was. It was 12 packs of Diet Coke, buy 2, get 3 free.
What?
So I only wanted 12 packs of Diet Coke, right? So what would have been great for me would have been buy one, get one free. But buy two. So now I have to, because you would be an idiot not to buy less than 5, right?
Well, I mean, you mean, because you buy 2 and you have to take 5.
So you'd be so stupid. But now I'm walking out of there with 60 or what? 5 times 12? Is that
60?
60 cans of Diet Coke.
But that's fine. Throw 3 cases in your garage.
I know, but I'm just saying. Well, they're just in the back of the car, and that's where they will be for the next month or so. But those
that's how long it'll last you. See, that's restraint.
Not with my mom in town. I don't know. We
Okay.
might have to go back to Safeway.
Oh man.
Before the sale ends. Anyway, so that's the Diet Coke opening.
I got a couple pre-topic discussion points. First of all, I texted you that screenshot of that text from my brother. Shout out to Luke. He's like, I'm listening to your episode and I am screaming at the radio. Neither understand how the chains in football work, and I just want to call in and explain it. So he called me.
Well, wait. Hold on. First of all, I'm willing to take this lecture and this beating from Luke because I'm sure I was not great explaining football chains. But also, he said I'm screaming at the radio, and I want
his phone. What is his phone?
I don't think he has a grasp.
That's me telling the story
podcast.
Poorly.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, he said I'm like yelling at my phone. That's what he said.
Okay.
I just was daydreaming that we had gotten so big that we got our own channel on
radio
Sirius
stars.
Yeah, radio stars.
It seems like an achievable dream.
So I guess, was it last week or 2 weeks ago where we talked about the chains and how they're...
I can't remember. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So anyway, this is it. So you explained it however you explained it. Still didn't really make sense.
Yeah.
The thing that we were missing that I don't know if you knew and didn't say or what, is that they do mark with their hand at the nearest line that goes all the way down the field.
Hash mark.
Is that the whole line or is that the little?
Oh, well, the yard line, and then there's
the yard line. They go to the nearest yard line because it's a 10-yard chain, so they go to the nearest part where it goes all the way across, and they put their hand on the chain at that spot. So that way they can get an accurate relay, and then they set it down on that. So that totally clears it. That totally clears up the whole mystery of why they take both sides up, because I didn't realize they're marking a spot on the chain and matching it up in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I explained that very poorly.
so that's.
I was trying.
That's all you had to say.
But the point is, though, even with that, there's still a ton of human error involved. It's still a guy holding it in his hand, in his fingers, and running across and pulling the chain, and it's still him marking the ball with his eye, and just sometimes people kick the ball forward and back. So there's still a ton of human error. So my point was that you were right in the sense that wouldn't it be better to use some sort of
new technology?
Chip in the ball or whatever.
Or have a laser pointer on the sideline. Just a laser that just goes, nope, it didn't make it.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then we also, so I'll talk about this. Since we got in one of our, who was it that sent, it was, I did a Patreon mailing today, which by the way, if you're a Patreon, we love you. We love our listeners, and we love our Patreon supporters. You've got a little goodie bag coming your way. And Aaron and Andrew, why do I keep calling you my wife's name?
That's all right. Sometimes I call Heidi Johnny. So.
Oh, sure. You will see, because Heidi is a Patreon supporter.
Oh, yeah.
So you will get one.
That's how good we are with our finances, is Heidi doesn't know. She has no idea what she's subscribed to.
It just auto pulls and she doesn't know. Yeah. But it was, so everyone's got their little goodies. It cost me $4.50 per envelope that I mailed out. And the value inside is not is not $4.50. And we are, shout out to our Canadian Patreon. That cost me $16.
What did
so
it
I
cost
hope you like your fucking button. What? I'm not complaining. If I were to complain about it, if I were to complain, there's more than just a button.
Oh,
there's also two. Okay. There's also 2 stickers. But if I were to complain, I wouldn't have paid it. So it's fine. It's worth it.
What is the button? Like the idea that someone's gonna wear a button around town, like they're
maybe we have people. Maybe our listeners wear jean jackets that are like, they got the little buttons.
I just imagine like they're supporting a mayor of Chicago in the 80s or something, and they have a big button vote Cavalry.
Oh, it's half the size of those buttons. It's very tiny.
Well, boy, it seems like as much of the goodwill, the gesture that you showed by doing that, has all been sucked out by you bitching and complaining about the.
No, that's why I'm making it a point. It's the thought that counts, and I'm making sure everyone knows the thoughts, so that we get credit for showing express. See, the Patreon listeners have expressed their love by being Patreon people, and so I am just showing, hey, I don't love you a stamp's worth. I love you $4.50's worth. So anyway, what?
U.S. Post Office, or was this FedEx?
U.S. Post Office, yeah. He's like, oh, I don't know, it might have to be a bulk item, and he slid it through he has a cardboard thing, and it has to fit through the slider to just work, and it just kept getting stuck at the bump where the button was in the envelope, and he's like, it's got to be a parcel or whatever. And I was like, can't you pull it through? And then he started laughing. But anyways, the reason I brought that up is because when I was asking for everyone's address, someone wrote back and said, bring back appliance talk. And
Charles,
Charles, the stars aligned in your favor because my refrigerator broke recently. We have had such terrible luck with refrigerators. It's the worst. So this is appliance talk.
It's kind of ironic.
It is.
That you, someone who loves the contents of the refrigerator so much, would be betrayed so often.
I know, by my own refrigerator. So it stopped. The light was on. It has power. It's a little cool, but everything was thawing, and there was no ice, and it was just dripping water out of the water part that you fill up water. And so I called Whirlpool. The warranty was, it just passed. I would think the warranty would be longer than a year, but we've had it for 2 years, and they're like, you're not covered. Anyway, so she's like, well, we can still schedule an appointment for you. It'll be $150 at least. I was like, whatever. We need our fridge.
Yeah.
Schedule it, and it's 3 days away. It was 3 days away from when I called. So I'm like, we're going to be without a fridge for 3 days. This is terrible. And then I started Googling, looking up fridge stuff. And they were saying the number one reason this happens is because of the dirty coils. So I took the bottom of the fridge apart, got the vacuum, sucked out all this dust and cobwebby crap from the coils, and then put the thing back. And then I unplugged it, counted, waited 5 minutes, plugged it back in, hoping that works. I also kicked it. You got to do that.
Yeah.
And it did. It started working. It started working. God. So yeah, it's got ice. It's working again. So do that if your fridge breaks. And then I got a confirmation text from the people. I was like, well, I'll keep the appointment just to see. And then I get a confirmation saying, hey, we'll be there tomorrow between 8 and 5. But the address they had was our LA address, which makes no sense because we bought the fridge after we'd been living here, So I don't know what. So I was like, that's the wrong address. And he's like, we don't serve Wisconsin, so we're going to cancel it. So I was like, all right, that's fine. I fixed it myself. So it has a happy ending.
Incredible.
Yeah.
YouTube.
I know.
Is that where you got it from? Or Google? YouTube?
YouTube, Google. Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. Kudos to you. I mean,
thank you.
Don't be intimidated. I think that's the lesson. Is like, don't be intimidated by. It seems impossible to fix a refrigerator,
especially the new ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So I went. When our last. I don't know if this was appliance talk or if this was on the Patreon or what. We were talking washing machines and about taking the cleaning the dirty.
It was appliance talk.
I don't know if it was official appliance talk. We might have forgotten to just label it appliance talk, but whatever.
Sure.
Cleaning the dirty water out of the washer.
Oh yeah, that was like last week.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, you're right. We didn't label it. We did talk about it, but we didn't call it appliance talk.
So I have an older washing machine, and I look right after we talked about that. I'm right here in this dingy, disgusting basement, and I walked right over, and I was like, I'm gonna look for and I can not find any thing like you're talking about. So is that like a newer feature? And also, my washer smells like it needs
and it's a top-loading washer.
Yeah. You put them in the top loading. Yeah.
I don't know. Have you ever got those things you put in it when it's empty that like bang around in it and they're supposed to clean it and make it not stink? I don't think those work. Well, they have them. Get them on Amazon.
I put some like bleach and lemon, like hardcore lemon cleaner thing in it, and then just ran it without clothes. But that helped a little bit. But I'm pretty sure there's probably somewhere I should be doing this dirty water thing that you're talking about, and I just can't find.
Also, after we're done, I'll send you a picture of ours.
I need to YouTube the model number. You know, it would take 2 seconds, but
that's what you
got. I haven't done that yet. So there's
appliance talk for Charles. Oh man, I feel good giving them what they want. Who'd have thought they wanted it? But they're clamoring for it.
Give the people what they want. Oh man. So what else is new?
Well, I don't think we've talked because this last weekend I took the kids to their Counting Crows concert.
Oh yeah, that's.
We didn't talk about that, right?
No.
Oh my God, it was great.
Well, you love the Counting Crows.
I do love the Counting Crows. I'm very biased. It was my 20-something show. I got to be honest.
Wait a minute. That's weird to have gone to a band over 20 times, but not. So you're a big enough fan to go to a band that many times, but not a big enough fan to know the exact number of times.
Yes, because I started keeping, like I saw them a bunch of times and I wasn't keeping track. And then I, like years ago, I was like, I should figure out how many exactly I've been to. And I tried to think, and I made a list in my phone. So I know it's at least 20, but there's a possibility time that I missed a show or two.
I tried to think.
Huh?
Counting Crows seems like, because I know it's your favorite band, and I think my brother's friend, it's also his favorite band. They seem like one of those bands, like they have the I don't know, is that like a cult? They're not a cult band because they're too mainstream.
Yeah,
but it seems like a lot of people's favorite band, or people just don't think about them at all.
Right, I agree. Yeah, the crowd is like, there's a lot of people that are dancing to Mr. Jones, Long December, around here because those were the hits, and they don't know the other songs. But then there's also the people that, love obsessed. All of this stuff.
Yeah. Okay, but the kids, how did it go?
It was great. So it was like this big festival thing. It was like a 3-day festival thing, and they were doing the third day. And I just got a ticket for the third day. We weren't going to the whole thing. So we just went to the third day. The kids were free because we said they were younger than they are.
Oh, and this is the one you called ahead and asked would tickets be available?
Yeah, and they said, you're for sure 100% it will not be sold out. So we go, you bring your own. It's like an outdoor thing. You bring you bring chairs. So we did that. We set them up on like a hill. But you could still see it was okay, fine. But then I was like, well, we can go down there. And we got there super early because there was no way to find out when they were starting. So we went and we got up to the front. We were like up the front, the gate with the bouncers on the other side. Like we're up against it. The opening band, we caught that. We saw the end of the first one. There was 2 opening bands. Second one, opening band, he played for like over an hour. And we're there the whole time. I'm like, this is great. These kids Their first Packer game, box seats. First concert ever. Counting Crows up against the front.
Wait, now and the kids are good for the whole hour that these other bands no one cares about are playing? Like they're not getting bored or yelling?
Yeah, my daughter, like she was like, my legs are hurting, and she's like having growing pains. So she would just kind of go like 15 feet off to the side and sit or lay in the grass. Because it wasn't like super packed. So she kept doing that, and I was like, all right, keep an eye here, because if people start coming, then you got to come here. And then she would just kind of sit by the gate, whatever. So we're getting there, and then we've been there over probably 2 hours watching bands. We're up against the front, and it's great. And then it's a half hour before the Counting Crows are supposed to come out. So it's like 8:30. They're coming out at 9, we found out. And it's getting more crowded. My son's like, Dad, I have to poop. I have to poop. Are you kidding me? So I was like, okay, Edie, you got to stay here. Because she has a phone, like a Gizmodo. It's like a watch that can only call me and, my wife. So I go, she's got to, this is fine. I won't lose her. She has a watch on her wrist or a phone. So she saves the spot. We go. He poops. Back 15 minutes later, Dad, I have to pee. I was like, well, are you kidding? Did you not pee when you pooped? He's like, yeah, I did, but I have to pee again. It's like, oh my God, this is not okay. Fine. Like, all right, it's fine. So then we go, we come back, and then Edie had to go. I was like, are you kidding? 3 bathroom breaks in the last like 20 minutes before the band gets here. We've been here for 2 hours to hold our spot. Anyways, it worked out. It started getting
how do you do it, though, when Edie has to go? Who goes with her?
I took the watch, gave it to Duncan, made him hold the spots for us, even though he's freaking 8 and super small. So I made him just hold the watch. I mean, it was fine. Like, it's, whatever. And so I just went, Edie.
Whatever.
Yeah, so I went, Edie went, and then we came back. And then we're there. They come out. It was awesome. We're at the front. Not in the middle, but off to the side, but it's okay. And then, 3-4 songs in, Duncan's like, Dad, I'm hot. I'm squished. Can we go? Can we go? So we got 4 good songs, and then we went to our seats, and then we were like comfortable and just kind of chilling from further away and watched the rest of the show.
Wait, so the seats weren't, you didn't move the seats all the way to the...
No, we just left our seats where we had them planted.
Oh, okay.
Which was fine.
Man, it sounds like they did great, though. Like, to even last, I don't think I would last that long.
Oh, I was very impressed. Yeah, they did great.
2 openers of music you've never heard in your life.
Yeah.
And it's hot, and
It was fun. We spoiled. They got McDonald's for lunch, and then we kept going, walking around, like, because it was like a festival thing, so we'd get like, they got Gatorades and ice cream.
That might explain the bathroom break.
I know.
Yeah. I told you about. I think I told this story about. I have bad luck with the camping chairs on the hill. That's like dangerous, because camping chairs are so low to the ground.
Yeah, they
and
tip
then
over.
I fell out of it.
Yeah.
In front of everybody when I was trying to impress the cool band. And then this guy's mom was like, because I landed in the tortilla chips, she goes, "There goes the chips."
Way to go, Andrew! Ruining the party.
There goes the chips. Anyway, yeah, I told
that's funny.
Before, I know. Paula, yeah, I told that. Well, that's good. That's really good. I'm impressed.
Yeah. So that was fun. And then next week. Next week, not this week. The kids start school tomorrow, but next week I'm taking Duncan to 311. And that's fun. We're going to stay in a hotel, so that's going to be great. Just me and him.
What hotel?
Out of some hotel in Davenport, Iowa. I don't know.
Okay. Kids love it. Man, hotels are amazing when you're
Yeah, he's excited. He doesn't even know about 311 yet. He just thinks we're going to a hotel.
And he loves 311, which is so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do your kids like any modern... Like, not that these bands you love aren't modern, but like,
I guess they listen to the soundtrack to the movie, The Greatest Show Ever. They listen to Imagine Dragons. There's a couple songs, and then last night, Duncan, I was walking by and he goes, "Alexa, play rap." He was listening to rap. which I don't know where he got that or heard. I was like, oh, okay. So he likes Snoop Dogg and Eminem, I guess he said.
That is. Oh, even then he likes it's like all 90s.
Yeah, I guess
or
so.
2000s. Yeah. Wow. That is so funny. Alexa, play rap. It's like he's studying for a homework, like a project, like some kid at school. I remember that feeling of feeling like I wasn't in on the music stuff as much as other kids because my cousin would know all the words to certain songs. You know, when you knew those kids who could with rap, they could literally rap every word. You know, I remember Gangster's Paradise when that came out. Coolio.
Yeah.
Kids would know the whole, and it's like an 8-minute song. They would know the whole song. So I was always like, man, I'm struggling here. So I would force myself. I was like, every night I'm gonna listen to 3 songs. It was like homework, and I'd put it on Cube 93. That was like the hip hop station in Seattle, and I listened to 3 songs.
Just whatever 3 were on.
And just whatever 3 were on. I was like, it's just gonna osmosis, or not osmosis, but whatever. It's gonna kind of ring around in my head, and then eventually I'll know music like the other kids, you know.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
And then after the 3 songs, I'd play these detective tapes, these audiobooks, Harry Nile, or it's just nerdy shit. But yeah, there you go. Play rap. That is very funny.
That's hilarious. Well, before we do topics, should we catch people up on the scam saga?
Yeah, I'm curious where we're at with this.
Can you pull up what I emailed you?
Yes, I am pulling it up.
There's 2 emails to you. The first one has 6 screenshots, the second one has 8. So hopefully you can read them. You can figure out the order based on the file name.
Batch 1 and batch 2.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to read these if we read them live.
Okay.
I'll just start with batch 1, and then when we have to go to batch 2, it's going to take me a second. All right.
So you want to be? So this is the scammer that is trying to. It's very clear that they're trying to get me to invest in Bitcoin through them or something with Bitcoin. That's their.
But see, I contend that they're not even. It's not really even Bitcoin. It's just that's the vehicle to steal your money.
Oh, okay.
So my guess would be it's
they're trying to get they're fishing for identity.
Bitcoin is just a popular enough investment idea, even though you're pretending to have never heard of it, which is
right. I'm
funny.
A 76-year-old man.
Yes, with a horrible diarrhea.
Married to a dead 26-year-old woman.
And you've gotten over it very quickly.
Right.
Okay. I'll be the scammer. How about that?
Okay, we're switching it up. Okay, so you got the one that started with "you suggested it," you silly goose?
No, I mean, who told?
Oh yeah, that's what it is. That's the end of the last one we read. I mean, who told you to invest in Bitcoin? So that's her, and then I'll be me.
Yeah, and you be you.
Okay, so then the next morning I sent, "You suggested it, you silly goose."
Haha, I thought you learned from others. When do you plan to do this?
Soon. Any suggestions?
I think you could do that today. You can learn the basics and buy some good currency today. I did a trade last night, and I can send you a look at it.
That would be helpful. Thanks.
And then it's a picture of the trade. Here's my deal from last night. I think you can install a different chat tool first.
How do I make sure my money goes up instead of down?
You install a line. Let me know when you're done. I trade Bitcoin futures, which are not affected by market volatility. Whether Bitcoin goes up or down, I can make a profit. Can you read the picture I just sent you that I traded last night? That?
Hang on. My toilet is all backed up.
Okay. You first busy. Free time to give me a text message.
Did I ever tell you how I met my wife?
You said she admires you because you are talking to her.
I was trying to tease her. I was trying to make her feel like I was getting close, and then just kind of reeling away to, hey, we're friends. Let's just have a conversation.
Feel the sort of frustration with You said she admires you because you are a doctor. Like, yes, you told me.
Told me. Yes, she was an angel. We met at a high school dance. I was chaperoning with my son. His son was a student at the school. Mind you, this was 28 years ago, so the age difference was less frowned upon. God, I miss her.
Sadly, I hope heaven is well and free of disease.
Well said. Well said indeed.
What does that mean? I think we living people should live well, do something meaningful, and be a useful person to society.
So true. Do you mind if I put that quote on a piece of wood and hang it above my sink in my kitchen?
You can do this. Did you install the line?
Not yet. Still working on unclogging this darn toilet.
You can call a person who unclogs toilets to help you, which she has told you many times in this chat.
Normally my son helps me with stuff like this, but I sent him a picture and he said it looks so awful that he doesn't want to come help me. Do you want me to send you the picture?
Call a professional to help you. It will be done quickly. A few $dozen can be done.
I know, but I'm trying to save money. I think the blockage is almost out.
Money is not saved. Money is earned. Save this money. You spend a few hours of your time. Is not worth it. It is possible that you earn hundreds of thousands of dollars in these hours.
What? For real? Hundreds of thousands? I could just buy another toilet and put it next to the clogged one. I've never seen one this bad. Do you want me to send you a pic?
LOL, it does not matter. There are many ways to make money. Ordinary people with physical strength to make money, so you can only maintain life. Some people use their hands to make money. You can live a modest life. Some people use money to make money to achieve financial freedom.
And then I sent an image that I found on Google of just a shit-filled, dirty, water-filled toilet with water up to the line.
It's a beautiful description of that picture.
Huh?
Oh, wait. And then, I opened the...
Oh, you got to open batch 2.
Yeah. And then its next text is incredible. You haven't unclogged it.
Not yet. It keeps spilling over. What do I do?
Call a professional. Again, she has amazing advice. Call a professional to unclog. You're just wasting your time.
I can do it. I know I can. I've done this countless times before, but this one seems to be a real fighter.
Understand, then you have to work hard.
I got it. It went down. And then I sent a gif of Will Smith's parents dancing. Unfortunately, my computer got ruined in the process. I had it on the ground next to the toilet watching tutorials on how to unclog thick, stubborn clogs when it overflowed. Now the screen won't come on.
Get a new computer. You can operate it if you have a cell phone.
I'm on my cell phone right now, but my son doesn't want me to do financial activities from it because he says it can be hacked easily through cell towers. What are you up to today? Anything fun?
I brought a client to see the clothes today.
Did they like them? Can I see the clothes?
No. Bitcoin uses blockchain technology to trade on exchanges, and every cryptocurrency goes with a stamp, so no one can steal your assets. Then a picture of a coat at it's clearly a department store.
Right.
Something like this.
Because she says she designs clothes,
right.
So that's supposedly clothes she designed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty. My wife would have looked stunning in that, rest her soul.
Sorry. This is men's clothing.
I literally did not realize that when she sent it. Oh, my God. Oh, I am sorry. I just assumed it was a woman's coat because it looks like something a woman would wear. No offense. I love it. I should buy it for me. How much?
Haha, it's okay. The clothes look like men and women can wear. Has your toilet not been unclogged yet?
I thought it was, but I clogged it again. I should have used the other toilet this last time. This is ridiculous. Sorry, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the situation.
You should call a professional to help you. I think you can get a new property.
Maybe I should. The plumbing here is awful. Have you ever clogged a toilet 4 times in one day?
Yes. One should enjoy life instead of wasting time for toilets. My family's toilet will not be blocked. Oh my God.
Do you mind if I put that quote on a piece of wood and hang it above my kitchen sink?
Haha, you can do this.
Haha, I am silly sometimes. I miss my wife.
I understand. I believe she is well in the other world. We pray for her together.
And I sent her praying hands.
I think you should do more meaningful things now and enjoy your old age.
Indeed. You are so wise for such a young woman. I wonder if you are the reincarnation of an owl from a previous life.
Haha, I'm not some reincarnation of an owl. I'm just better at thinking and acting than others. When are you going to learn to invest in Bitcoin?
I think we don't always know what we were in previous lives. My wife, God rest her soul, used to tell me she thought I was the reincarnation of a horse's ass. I'll never forget that. Horses are supposedly very empathetic creatures. She was so wise. If you could be any animal in a future life, what would you want to be?
If I were to choose, I would choose a butterfly or a bird.
Oh my gosh, so would I. Or a bear or a fish.
Very good. I will teach you how to buy Bitcoin if you're free tomorrow.
She's like pushing me off.
Good evening, Andrew. This is the next day.
Yeah.
Good evening, Andrew. How are you doing today?
I'm okay. It's been a long day. I did a lot of yard work this morning, and then I had an accident, so I came inside and took a nap. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I just had dinner, and that's it.
And now I'm with my kids. Did you have one more?
No, I think that's it, right? No.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay.
Oh, my God.
So that's where we're at.
It doesn't have any sign of like slowing down.
No, it
they're
does.
not giving up. It does.
It will. Yeah, it has ended. I just cut it off so that this entire episode is not us reading that. But there's one more tomorrow or next week will be the epic conclusion.
Oh.
It's over.
What a tease. We should only do that on the Patreon.
Oh, that's too mean. That's too mean to our listeners.
No, we should. I don't know. Well, we'll see who wins out, me or Johnny. But yeah, keep it on the Patreon. All right, buddy. The good stuff. Right.
What do you need backup on? What do you need backup on, Andrew?
Okay, so I'm torn between two topics, but I think I will go with this. And we do a lot of like customer service stuff, and I can't remember if we've railed against self-checkout before, but self-checkout has reached its limits for usefulness. So like when it started, there used to be like 9 checkers and then like one little self-checkout area, right?
Yep.
And then now a lot of places it's flipped where it's like 1 checker and like 9 self-checkouts. And then the newest thing are like these stores where it's going to be all self-checkout, no checkers. And like Amazon has little like things where they know like there's going to be Whole Foods where you don't even stop. Like you just walk out of the store and it knows exactly what you bought just because everything's like tagged or whatever.
Like there's sensors when you leave?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But my point would be that in all these stores, at least that I've been to, where it's more self-checkout than checker, the stores are awful.
Yeah.
Because there's just too many thieves. There's so much, and I understand they're like running the numbers, and they're like, actually, the amount that's being stolen is less than the amount we'd have to pay a checker, so it works out in our favor. But you're not counting for the fact that I'm no longer willing to go to certain Targets because I'm like, even for me, like I like to steal from Target, but that's too much. That is over. What's happening there is over the line, and it makes me feel bad for America. It makes me feel bad for Target. It makes me feel bad for the people who have to be here to steal. Like the whole situation. So Checkers, and this was inspired by, I saw at the Seahawks games, they're going to start doing like, because it's this tech capital, Seattle, Jeff Bezos, everything. So they're going to start doing like beer, self-checkout beer. Like somehow they know you can pay for beer without a person. And like, let me tell you something.
At the game?
Yeah, at the game. And let me tell you something. That is a recipe for disaster. Okay? You don't want a bunch of dumb, drunk, hicks, NFL fans fighting with computers, trying to get free beer, trying to get who think they've been overcharged for the beer that they got. Like it's just you need a person. You need a person
with fire there
to hand out beers. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, that's a powder keg right there.
Yeah. And I'm not one of these people who fights the newest technology all the time. I'm trying to not be that. I'm not trying to be the cranky old man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get good at, social media and all that stuff. But this thing, you can just see it. Where's the example of it looking like being good? The self-checkout.
Yeah, well, to your earlier point, I mean, they're looking at the short run like, oh, the thieves are stealing less than the money we're saving. But yeah, in the long run, they're going to lose customers because nobody wants to go to a shithole store that.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm backing you up on that. I can't stand. That's the thing is like, yes, now there's like 9 self-checkouts. They got one person that's supposed to help everyone, and then they got the one aisle where the checkout, but they still have, all 12 of their checkout counters from 10 years ago.
Yeah. It's like this wasted infrastructure.
Yeah. Ugh.
No, I know. And then also, like, when you do self-checkout and then they like you're buying, like, wine or beer or whatever, they have to come over and see your ID.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, so you trust me to, like, all this other shit, you take my word for it, that I'm buying the broccoli, that I'm buying the steak, that I'm, at Home Depot. Like, you can just anyone can just rob Home Depot because they do mostly self-checkout now.
Yeah.
You can ring it up as whatever you want. Buy a a skill saw for the price of a 2x4. They don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? They trust you on all that.
Right.
But if I want to buy wine, they go, okay, we're going to have to go see your ID, And then that takes forever. Some person's got to come over. And
yeah, some kid has to call an older person. Hey, can you look at his ID?
Yeah.
I'm not old enough to even card him.
Or the other thing that ends up happening at Target is, like, my wife will buy, like, a shirt or something, and they have these little tags on them.
Yeah.
But when it's self-checkout, of course, you don't remember to remove those tags. So
how have I never thought of that? How do they do that? Do they have to come over and do it for you?
Yeah. Yeah. But of course, she doesn't think to do it because it's like you're not thinking. I wouldn't either. I mean,
right. I've never done it.
So she comes home, and then I have to, like, get a screwdriver out and remove the tag like a criminal.
That's right. You cracked the code. You know how to do it without getting ink all over your
I've gotten very good at it. Oh, my God. Now I've talked about this before. Well,
that's right.
No more just enough. We reached the limits of self-checkout, and nobody wants these stores where there's no checking out altogether and everything has a microchip in it. It's like, it's fine. Just pay Checkers,
That's going to be the thing where it's like high-end rich people stores. You're going to go in and be like, ooh, look at that. They have people that check you out. Ooh, how bougie. They actually have clerks that ring you up.
And yeah, that's exactly. It's going to go the other way. And I could imagine, then they're like, oh no, there will be no theft in the store of the future because every item will be laser imprinted with a code. And if you walk out of the store, it charges you. And that's all good for the people who have the Amazon account to be charged.
Yeah.
Well, what about the guys who go in there and they're just not really worried about a bill? You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, you can mail that wherever you want. You know,
how does it work? How do they know who to, like? Let's say you shop there. How do they know? You don't have to give them your Amazon thing.
I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't understand it. But we're in this world now where everyone just assumes you're like up on the, you know, you have to have like everyone. The whole world operates as if everybody has a smartphone, which most people do. Which I get that, but some people don't. I think I said that like when we were doing that Middle East thing, and I was going to some country, and I was like, they're making me download an app, and you know, I had to get a blocker of some kind, one of those, whatever. And so I'm downloading all this stuff, and I said like, what if I just didn't have a phone? And the lady just looked at me like, it's never happened before. Nobody.
Never been an issue.
Never been
once.
an issue. I was like, all right.
That's hilarious.
So, yeah, just.
Well, I'm backing you up.
People, just to hire people. People want to, you know,
help the economy.
Use the job, feel useful. It's all right.
That's what I mean. Isn't that the thing in Mexico? It's like it's rude not to have a cleaning person because you're supporting the economy, like you're doing them a favor by giving them the jobs. And here in America, we're getting rid of jobs that we need, like customers, and just giving them to computers, trusting people won't steal.
I know. I think about that, like, because, like, do you have that instinct, though? Like, when you go to a hotel, we visited California, and we spent 2 nights, mostly to visit Heidi's dad. But then, like, we also spent a couple nights at this really fancy resort in Pasadena. It's like the Huntington or something.
Okay.
Because Heidi always wanted to stay there, and so we spent some money and did that. But they have, like, the whole thing. Valet, the luggage guy, concierge, just, like, just, you know, everybody. And do you feel that, like, instinct of when someone's like, "Oh, can I take your badge?" It's like the first thing you want to say is like, "No, I got it." Like that's like your first thing that comes out of your mouth. Like, no, I got it. And you forget when you're there, you kind of have to just let everybody do their gig, or else that's the thing. Like you said with Mexico, it feels rude. Like, all right, so this guy's like, "Oh, this porter is like, oh, I guess I'm just fucking useless then. I'll just stand over here and not make any money today." Like, all right, yeah. So. I'd use
you're going to just push your own elevator button? Oh, you don't need me?
Yeah. Oh, I guess you just know how to do everything, huh? You know how to want to push one of these carts? There's a lot more to it than what it looks like, buddy boy.
Buddy boy.
That's like when they talk about, like, getting rid of car dealerships, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, people buy their car. Like, Tesla, I think, started that where they're like, no. Just buy the car. Just look at the car. Do you want the car?
Pay the price.
Buy it. You don't have to go to a guy and like talk to him for 3 hours.
Yeah. Learn about his kids.
Yeah. And so, but then like I feel like car dealerships kind of do that. We're like, oh no, there's a lot more to you. You need a dealer, buddy. There's a lot you could get wrong. Okay. It's like, I don't know if that's true, but I have the internet.
Yeah. Well, now tell me this. Who's going to fuck you over if you don't go to a dealership?
Yeah.
You think about that?
Sell you the warranty you won't even ever remember that you had.
Right. That's right.
Or like real estate agents, honestly, because they say never buy or sell your house without a real estate agent. But it's like, really? I mean, you know.
Yeah. When we sold our first house that we owned, we, instead of like paying whatever the percentage is, which would have been way more, we found some company that's like, you know, one of these weird looking, cheap looking companies where it's like, we'll sell your house, list it and everything, blah, 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 do all the paperwork, fill everything out for $500, no matter what the price. And we're like, all right, let's do that. Because the real estate agent that helped us when we bought it was like telling us, you're not going to get that amount. No, that's too high, like where it is and the comparables. And we told this $500 company, well, let's just try it at this amount. It's super high. And she was like, okay. And it sold.
Yeah. See?
Like, oh, geez, we'd saved, had we paid this lady more, we would have sold it for even less.
Take that, experts.
That's right.
Okay. What do you need backup on?
All right, I'll do a quick one since we're long here. This is a quick and dirty. So when someone says, like I sneeze a lot, I have seasonal allergies. Okay, I sneeze all the time, but it's fine. It doesn't bother me.
It just came off so defensive. Like every time you met somebody, you introduced yourself. Like, hey, I'm Johnny. By the way, I sneeze a lot. Okay, I have seasonal allergies. I sneeze a lot. So if you see me sneeze, it's not some weird thing. It's just I sneeze a lot. All right.
That's what it is. Just a heads up. So every time I sneeze, I don't know if I've ever gotten a bless you or a Gesundheit. It's always, did you take your pill? Did you take a pill? Did you take a pill? Did you take a pill? And I'm just like, oh no, I don't know where they, blah blah blah. I'm not a pill guy, whatever. Every time, and it's like, Johnny, I don't know why you don't take your pill. You are suffering from and that's where I was. That's what I need backup on. I am not suffering at all. Those around me are suffering. If you don't like hearing sneezes, you're suffering from allergies. And if you think about don't you think a sneeze is it's like a little turbo full body massage in your face? Like that feels good to sneeze.
It's 1/8 of an orgasm.
Is it? Well, there you go.
I used to have a bit. One of my first ever jokes.
What was it?
So a sneeze is 1/8 of an orgasm. I forgot. There was something, and then it was like, but if you ever have to stop yourself from sneezing, you know what they do. So like that. I wonder if you could do that, like to stop yourself from like prematurely ejaculating. It's like and then it's like putting the finger over your dick, like you do with under your nose.
How did you act that out? You just put it by your wiener?
It is a physical joke in the sense that I would just hold my finger over my, not like I wouldn't have my dick out, like just over my crotch area.
Well, sure.
And then, that stopped me from
ejaculating all over the place.
Jizzing,
yeah. Or they say you can like plug your nose and say apple juice or something, so you could like squeeze your wiener head and say apple juice.
What? Wait, what is that?
I don't know, there's all sorts of like old wives' tales of how to not sneeze or something.
Oh. I just remember like in the cartoons.
No, that's hiccups. Never mind, that's hiccups.
Huh? It's like your kid is sneezing. It's like, hey, buddy,
drink water upside down.
You're just scaring the shit out of him. Boo! Dad, I'm sick. I have the flu. Boo! Scared out of you?
Yeah.
I get allergies too, but I enjoy a good sneeze like anybody else. But man, if I got them really bad, when you just can't stop sneezing, I would like have to leave parties and stuff, or like just go home early from shows, and I remember being in LA and just not hanging out because my eyes would be like crying and sneezing so much. And
yeah, see, I don't get that.
I don't
sneeze
understand.
Twice a day. That's it.
I'm backing you up on the idea that like you deserve a bless you for the first sneeze.
Yeah.
If you start like going 2, 3, 4, no, the one bless you is covered. I don't like it when I'm sneezing multiple times and someone's like bless you, like okay, cut it out now.
We all know they come in bunches.
Yeah.
But see, when I get like, it'll be dinner time, and I'll sneeze, and I can just sense this annoyance from previous sneezes from weeks ago. Like it's all piled up into this. Like it's not my first sneeze. You're right. I should get a bless you first sneeze of the day.
Bless you first sneeze, and then also though, in the rare contrarian take, you should just take your pill. Like you and Heidi are like that way where you're like, I'm not a pill guy. What does that even mean? It's just the medicine that you've been given.
It's not. I'm not anti. It's a pain in the ass. It's because it's just one more thing to do, and I had to take when I got off my heart medicine thing, and I had to take that every day. I was going to be on that the rest of my life every day. Take this pill to keep my heart rhythm regular, and I'm supposed to do that to stay alive. And still, I was like, oh, this is such a pain in the ass. I had reminders in my phone.
Wait, you're off of that now? You're supposed to take it the rest of your life, and
but then I saw I only went into AFib like 1 or 2 times ever, and it was like right after I fainted in the bathroom.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah, that's all. And then, but it's been years, and I've never gone in. So the doctor's like, let's just see. I was on 3 medicines. I came off the blood thinners, the other one. And then I was just on 1, and he kept me on that for another year. And then he's like, well, if you don't want to, I'm fine with taking you off. And we'll just see if you go into AFib. And I was like, yep. So I think I'm good.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny if this is the last episode because I die?
Yeah. And I'd still put it out. Just with a little footnote, like an asterisk at the bottom of the description of the episode. Yeah. By the way, Johnny died this week, so this will be the last episode.
It just kind of fades out with pretty music as we're talking about this part.
Ironically, it was of the thing he talked about in the last
and had minutes. Control over.
Yeah, see, I guess that's where we're different. Is I would just err on the side of not dying and taking the little pill every day.
I did. I mean, I would try to, but I would I'd wake up. I'd be half asleep.
I would do it.
Wake up, I'd take the pill, and then I'd eat breakfast, and then I'd be like, did I take a pill? I don't even remember.
Yeah, what you're describing is the risk reward that we're talking about. Because basically you're risking your life, and the reward is not going, hey, did I take a pill today? Oh, it's not like now you get $1,000 a day, or you're getting a rocket ship to the moon. You're just getting the feeling of, I don't have shit to do.
I don't think I'm getting back up on that. I don't know if this was the topic. The topic has morphed, but
I am backing you up. It's triggering to me because my wife is not a pill person, and she has to take she has Meniere's disease, which is this really rare thing. So they don't have a good treatment for it. So she takes tons of vitamins, and so she does take a ton of pills every day, and she does it because it sucks to have the attacks, But then it'll be she'll have a sore throat, or she'll have a headache. I'm like, hey, you should take an ibuprofen. She'll go, oh, I already took so many pills today. I was like, yeah, but those were different pills. Those were vitamins, and they have nothing to do with this pill. And it's not like it's not like you have a pill cap, and you're like, oh, I already took 4. It's like saying someone hey, do you want a glass of water before bed? No, I already had tea this morning and coffee after that, and I had. It's not like there's a limit.
See, now I'm not on Heidi's side for that. If you had said that she says that's a ridiculous excuse. I already had a bunch of pills today. If you were to say that she said, I don't want to get up.
Yeah.
Or no, they're upstairs, or I don't remember where they are. Then I'd be like, yes, of course. No, you're not going to take a pill if you are comfortable. You know what I mean?
What did Erin say when you got off this medicine? Did she care?
No, she's like, oh, good. I mean, nobody wants to have to be on medicine.
No, I know. But I guess if the doctor says you don't have to be on it, then that's...
Yeah, if I took myself off, she'd be like, hey, you're an idiot.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm not going to attack you for that. And I'm backing you up on the idea that you should everyone is entitled to a bless you.
Yes.
After one sneeze. But that's all you
the first set of sneezes, because you
get bless you, and then if you keep going, then you politely, you don't do the passive aggressive thing where you keep saying bless you,
right,
in a more and more surprised tone, like you can't believe they're sneezing that much. Nobody likes that person.
Right. Oh my, a little sneezing party over there.
Okay. Bless you.
Okay.
Yeah, sneezing party.
Perfect. Well, I feel backed up.
Good.
This is a good one. Right?
I hope you were wearing your listening hats, everyone. Because that was a good
If not, sign on to the Patreon and get a listening hat or a listening pin.
Yeah, sign on to the Patreon anyway. And hear post-show banner. And also, I think, I'm going to just say it, hear the epic conclusion of Johnny's text scammer play, or whatever you want to call it.
On the Patreon.
I'm saying it right now. That's what we're doing.
He's calling it. All right, he's calling it.
We got to, look, trying to make a living. We've been doing this for freaking 2 years.
122 episodes.
2 years. We didn't even mark the 2-year anniversary.
Oh, yeah. We marked it 4 weeks before at the 100.
We did the 100th episode, yeah.
Yeah, instead of 104th.
So, it's time to start taking it seriously.
It's time to start accepting your responsibility, listener.
Mm-hmm. So,
but you know what? Also, leave a 5-star review. That's a simple and easy thing you can do.
Tell a friend.
There. Tell a friend.
Wear your merch. Wear it loud and proud out in public.
Definitely.
We're gonna get some listening hats and sell those.
Get some listening hats. While we're do you have any shows you want to plug while I look up to see if we have any feedback?
Yeah, I think Moscow, Idaho, September 10th. If you're in the Pullman, Moscow, Idaho, Washington area, the Palouse. This should be a really good show. Monica Nevi, me, Alvin Williams, Brian Regan's the night before. So if you get like a festival pass, you can see that Brian Regan, I think, and then a lot of other good comics on the festival as well.
All right, I'm gonna plug a local show in Germantown, Wisconsin. October 7th. That'll be a fun one. It's at Bubs. At Bubs. I don't know what Bubs is, but it's in Germantown.
Well, that sounds fun. Oktoberfest.
Yeah. Germantown.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening to
the Cavalry.